This is exactly what the researcher Eric von Daniken talks about in his book Chariots of the Gods. In the book, Daniken theorized that extraterrestrials may have visited Earth in prehistoric times and argued that these beings may have contributed to the development of ancient civilizations. We would like to briefly mention the theories mentioned by Daniken in his book. Ancient monuments and structures. Eric von Daniken in the Chariots of the Gods argues that the ancient structures and artifacts found around the world, especially in places like the Egyptian pyramids, Stone Age paintings, giant stone statues on the Pacific Islands and monuments in South America, are too complex to be explained by the technological level of the people of that time. In his book, Daniken suggests that extraterrestrial beings were involved in the construction of these structures and artifacts. Old texts. In his book, the author notes that some texts from different periods of Earth's history contain references to gods or creatures from the sky. Daniken presents these texts as evidence that extraterrestrials interacted with ancient civilizations, just as in the case of the Sumerians. Technological knowledge transfer. Daniken claims that extraterrestrials may have provided advanced technological knowledge to ancient civilizations, enabling them to build extraordinary structures. Alien traces. According to Daniken, figures resembling modern depictions of aliens have been found in artworks and drawings made by ancient civilizations around the world, and these representations are evidence that ancient people encountered alien visitors. Although Daniken's book Chariots of the Gods was the focus of criticism in the mainstream scientific community, the term ancient astronauts was introduced into popular culture thanks to this book. How far Eric von Daniken is right is up to you. Let's continue our journey unabated. This is Easter Island. Easter Island is located in the southeast of the Pacific Ocean, 3,700 kilometers from the Chilean coast and 4,000 kilometers from Tahiti. Easter Island, a Polynesian island, is covered with 887 giant-headed human figures lining its shores. These structures are called maui. These monolithic statues, which are about 500 years old, are 13 feet high and weigh 14 tons. Some are even twice as tall and much heavier. How did these primitive people, who had neither sophisticated tools nor engineering know-how, transport these incredibly large statues here? According to some theorists, these statues are the artifacts and traces of extraterrestrials. It's really creepy and confusing. We're all going to Bolivia. And this is Pumapunku. At Pumapunku, high in the Bolivian mountains, huge blocks of stone that could only be carved by skilled hands are spread across a vast landscape. This immense craftsmanship in such huge stones is impossible without modern tools and machinery. But how was this done 1,000 years ago when construction technology was not advanced? Maybe there are alien engineers here. What do you think? We are curious about your comments. There are many such examples. There are several pyramids in remote locations around the world. Since pyramids are more familiar examples, we will not count them. But we ask you, how can there be pyramids built thousands of years ago, one in Egypt, the other in China or Peru, in locations far away from each other, in almost the same way? Civilizations living so far apart developed at the same time, in the same way, and built these pyramids? It is very hard to believe. Let's add one more question to the questions in our minds and pick up where we left off. Could aliens have visited our world?